So long. Hey guys, what's up? It's a culture detective here investigating your favorite movies, and today I'm going to do a movie review on Yingxiong or Hero, a Chinese martial arts movie released in the year 2002. Yes. So, this is gonna be hopefully my last stay here in this house and in this general area. I don't expect to come back here anymore, and I hope that the next 2 weeks or so of my life would be nothing but good things because everything that had happened to me in the last 3 weeks is worse than the entire 2021 combined. But, anyways, last night I watched Hero by Zhang Yimou. And I watched this for several reasons. I've stayed in LA for uh, over 3 weeks now, and I thirst for Chinese culture. Second of all, I love period films, especially Chinese period films. I don't know why. Blame my Chinese teacher. He made me appreciate Chinese history more than I thought I would. So, anyways, it's been 20 years since this classic, and Hero is a Chinese martial arts movie that a lot of people had praised. And Zhang Yimou has been one of the most important directors from China in all times. He has made period dramas like Raise the Red Lantern and To Live, all the way to martial arts epics like Shadow, as well as The Great Wall, unfortunately. So obviously, Zhang Yimou's work is sometimes hits, sometimes misses. Like, again, The Great Wall, the most popular movie of all times right now about the Song Dynasty is The Great Wall, which is very unfortunate because it's literally my favorite dynasty. What are you doing? But still, whenever Zhang Yimou really puts passion into a project, it really shows. Last time I reviewed Raise the Red Lantern, I really like it. I also watched Cliff Walker's, aka Impasse, which is a movie that came out last year, and I thought aesthetically it is beautiful. It is amazing, even though plot-wise it is a little bit convoluted. But anyways, Hero right here is amazing. It is a period martial arts movie that takes place in the Warring States period, which is sometime between the 470s and the 200s BC. That is ancient China we're talking about. Yes, Warring States. In Cantonese, it is Jinguo. In Mandarin, it is Zhanguo. But anyways, I love a good period film. I love a good Chinese period film. Does this movie live up to it? Yeah, in a way. Now, the story is basically about. So, during the Warring States, now I'm going to talk about the history. During the Warring States, there were 7 states that were at war. After the Zhao dynasty have collapsed, the nation has divided into 7 states, and they all wanted to gain control, all wanted to take power. So there's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of war, and there's a lot of assassination action. And this is a movie about assassins. And first of all, let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. This movie is visually stunning. This has got to be one of the most visually stunning movies I've ever seen in my whole life. And that is including The Conformist and Barry Lyndon. This is like seriously, oh my god. It's clear that Zhang Yimou went to film school because some of the composition and colors in this movie is beautiful. Zhang Yimou has a habit of picking one color and stick to it, and instead focus on the arrangement and the composition, like how the first few scenes of the movie is all black, black armor, black ground, black hair, black buildings, everything's black, and then there's all white, all red, all green, all blue, all yellow, and it just kind of does that. Occasionally we have a double color, but usually it's just one color, but arranged beautifully. So it's clear that Zhang Yimou takes a lot of inspirations from Kurosawa, especially from the film Ran. But not only Ran, but also Rashomon, because of how the story actually plays out. Now, when I went into Hero, I don't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. It could literally be about anything, and to my surprise, it actually pulls a lot of inspirations from movies from other countries, like again Kurosawa films, Rashomon. But also I see hints of like sometimes I feel like I'm watching a Tarantino film. I don't know why, but sometimes this movie kind of reminds me of how Tarantino tells a story, both visually and plot wise. There are some really beautiful shots in Hero. The oh my god, this I know this is annoying. Just leave me alone. There are a lot of beautiful shots here. A lot of wide angle tracking shots are absolutely gorgeous. A lot of extreme wides, extra wides are beautiful as well. Some close-ups are really effective. Symmetry, you get the idea. It's eye candy. Anyways, let's talk about the plot. Now, when I read some of the reviews on IMDb, I was actually quite frustrated because a lot of people complained, wow, it's so unrealistic. It's so boring. Characters are flying in the air and there's just all this crazy fighting. It just makes no sense. And yeah, you're right, it makes no sense. And it doesn't have to be. This movie isn't meant to be realistic. This movie is, from what I see, from how I speculate, is heavily inspired by martial arts novels a la Gamyong or Jinrong. And, Jinrong. But, yeah, in martial arts novels, of course, people would have weird names and people would fly in the air and say super dramatic things, which would be otherwise cheesy if it's set in real life. It's a martial arts novel, for God's sake. And so I really don't have a problem with how unrealistic it is. I really don't. Also, in a sense, this movie is an homage to Sima Qin Qi Ha Li Jun. And Sima Qin is a historian and writer in the 90s BC or BCE, before the Common Era. And he wrote one of the most important pieces of literature in Chinese history, Xi Ge Shi Ji, which is a record of history. And one of the sections of that huge book is completely dedicated to assassins. Because ever since the Warring States, the Chinese culture has a newfound respect for assassins. You would risk your own life for your own country and your own people. Damn. So this movie is pretty much an homage to that. But that being said though, I do wish that it has more of a compelling plot and likable characters. Just because it is inspired by martial arts novels doesn't mean the characters cannot be likable. And some of the CGI here is very outdated, so there's that. The actors are amazing. Of course, we have Jet Li, Lei Lingyi as the main character, Mo Ming. We have Donnie Yen, Yan Zidan near the beginning of the movie, and two of other actors in this movie is Tony Leung, Leung Qiuwei, and Maggie Zheng, Zheng Manyong, and both of them are amazing. They have great chemistry together, and it's funny because one of the scenes in the middle, there's a red scene where everything's red, and we have these very choppy edits where it's just Tony Leung and Maggie Zheng walking through hallways, and it just hilariously reminds me of In the Mood for Love by Wong Gawei, Fire Nima. And there's also another scene, a green scene, of a flashback of a flashback where you can faintly hear Tony Leung and Maggie Zheng speaking in Cantonese to each other in the back, because it's not scripted, so it's not in Mandarin. Which is pretty fun, so check it out. Or I may be wrong. Maybe I'm just hallucinating because I miss Cantonese so much. I don't know. But yeah. Yingxiong Hero by Zhang Yimou is a gorgeous movie. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would because of how the story is played out, but I don't think it's bad either. A lot of people just don't get it. To frankly put, just don't get it. And it's okay. If you want a more gritty and realistic Chinese period film, I don't know, watch something else. Watch Raise the Red Lantern. This is unrealistic and it's meant to be like that. Yeah, strong 8 out of 10. So, have you watched Hero? From 1 to 10, would you rate it? Like, and subscribe if you want more. And thanks for watching. I gotta start packing. I need to go. Bye.